something sugary, right? So that also helps. So you see, cereals, most of the time, it has sugar in it. If not, you also won't be able to take it, right? So I remember my father used to take something which was that it has got no taste at all, no sugar, nothing. And I was used to wonder how my father even eats that. But it was very healthy, like, he will put in the milk and he will just take that and then he'll just go to work and all. I don't forgot the name. Yeah, they still sell it in the supermarket, but it has got no sugar. I don't know what it is. Yeah, once when I remember the name, I'll let you know, right? But yeah, so it's good not to start with anything sweet, but start with savory and all that. Yeah. So in this
Uh,
one, yes, Oma
so
Devi,
do
yes.
yes, do let us know what is it. So we are also becoming health conscious.
I mean, even one of my students was eating it. She'll bring it to school and she'll pour milk in it, but it's got no sugar. But the girl would be
Oh.
eating which is most delicious food in the world, no? I'll be like, okay.
So
But then,
Yeah.
when
And
Sivasu
another thing,
visited my place, he asked for sorted vegetables in the morning. So I made
yeah.
chai, and then
Mhm.
I all the different vegetables I had: asparagus, broccoli, green beans, and I just sorted it, and that's what he ate with whole wheat bread, just bread and a little bit of butter.
Yeah. That's what we
Yeah.
should do. Because the thing is, even the pepper bells, right? They are also very high in vitamin C. So you can actually add on to them, but maybe not for breakfast, maybe for, when before you eat your heavy lunch or something, then you can just have that kind of salad as well. Cucumber to add on. And again, what Shweta said, dressing is very important because sometimes you do not know what are those ingredients in the dressing. They may add on sugar and unnecessary things that it's not necessary for the body. You can eat the vegetable as it is with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of salt to taste and all that. For cucumber, you can just eat it as on its own. I don't know, I'm fine with cucumber eating on its own. Like, yeah. So when
another
I
thing, Chitra, I
yes, Uma.
wanted to tell you, even oats, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think, because I did the spleen finger test, I put it and I
Yeah.
did on my spleen, and it is not good. For me,
Yes.
it's not good.
Exactly.
So
Oats,
I don't know. Generally, oats are good for us or not.
I am also not sure. Maybe it depends again, body to body, right? Different
Mm.
body works differently, right? But the thing
Yeah.
is, I remember doing the spleen arm test for someone, and because the person kept on saying that every single morning the person will eat oats, but the person had so much of health issues. So we did a spleen arm test on the oats, and her hand fell. So I mean, maybe yeah, they say oats are good, right? But maybe moderation of everything is important. Too much of something is also not good for the body. Eating
Yeah.
oats every single day is may not be good, but it's also showed that it's a bit acidic as well. So depending on the person's structure and the stomach and all that, how much it can actually work on and all that. Yeah.
So another thing, we can do our spleen arm test or either spleen finger test to know that what food that we can take, we can consume.
Yes, because even fruits, right? What one fruit may be good for one person may not be good for another. Someone may,
Yeah.
but banana may not be good for another person who's got sugar, or things like that. So it all depends. On someone who's high in potassium may not be good too much of banana because they can only eat half a banana. It all depends on individual bodies. And so that's why the spleen arm test is amazing because it helps us to But then the finger one, right? Sometimes it's our mind also playing a part. Hey, this is good for me. This is good for me. Because you feel like eating it, and then so yeah. But again, don't feel deprived. If you need that one day, it's okay, but don't take it daily. Then because if you deprive it, it's also like it's going to affect because your thought is there. You, I feel like eating that, and I'm not able to eat. You put that thought, right? Then it also affects your stomach anyway. So it's good to taste a little and then don't eat it after that. Just for the taste of the
Um,
mouth lah.
Another thing, Chitra, I did was learning in the sleep. I asked the guides to help me to whatever food that is good for me and my soul. And I don't like to take coffee, I've already stopped coffee.
Brilliant. Yeah, wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a very
I didn't do even the blaze away and burn away. I just did it in the sleep and suddenly I don't have the liking for coffee. Even tea
smart.
also I stopped.
Yes. See, so
Congratulations.
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you, thank you, thank you.
learning it. Very good, Uma. Thank you. Yeah, because you see, you can learn anything in the sleep. People ask me what to learn, what to learn. See, you can learn what food suits you and what doesn't.
Yes,
Yeah. So
thank
thank you.
you, thank you,
Wonderful.
thank you.
Okay, signs that gut health may be poor. Okay, sometimes constant bloating and indigestion. So the gut problems create digestive troubles after most meals, right? And sometimes bloating happens is also because the enzymes in the body are not working properly as well. So we have later we'll be touching on microbes and you will see why. Fatigue and brain fog, right? So again, the gut health is very important. Our gut and our brain work together. That's why when children go for exam, it's important what they eat because so that they can think properly and all that. Some food may not be good for them because it clogs up the brain when they are brain fog. So when they are sitting for exams, it might not be good. So then nuts are good for them, just something that is light but just to fill them up, so that may be good and all that. Sugar craving, frequent sugar craving, it also shows evidence of poor gut health, right? So skin issues, the acne, eczema, rashes. So again, so every disease that begins, right, it all starts with the gut. Not every, but most of the diseases, if you look at it, it starts with the gut. You clean your gut, everything else falls in place. So that's very important. Okay, so it's very important to have and know those who have this issue like eczema or frequent gut inflammation or like acid reflux. It's good to write down in a small notebook or whatever to see what food you are eating and what causes, what triggers, so you have a rough this thing. Because sometimes we think today's food, tomorrow you might not remember what you have eaten, but writing it down and to monitor it, you will be able to. And then after that, like what Shweta did, you burn a blaze away and disintegrate, and then remove all this energy of acidity from from your gut and your stomach. So then it starts healing as well. Okay, so it also weakens your immunity when your gut health is poor. So remember, 70% of system lives in the gut. Okay, so 70% of your immune system, it lives in the gut and all that. So remember, another important nerve is vagus nerve. Okay, because it's also connected to our stomach as well. So vagus nerve is from the brain to the stomach. Vagus nerve is one of the biggest nerve connecting to the gut and the stomach and the brain, I mean. So it sends signal in both directions, right? So the signal sent through the vagus nerve can also cause gastrointestinal problems, intestinal problems. So it's important to heal our vagus nerve as well, like a part of the healing process. The vagus nerve intervenes the stomach regulating digestion, gastric acid secretion, and also signaling fullness, influencing overall gastrointestinal. So vagus nerve cells send messages. So the more we heal our vagus nerve as part of our daily healing, you can see that your stomach issues gets better, right? It will not have too much of the gut issues and all that. So vagus nerve plays an important role, right? And here, the vagus and the gut function. If the vagus nerve fails, right, acid will go to the brain and cause migraine or head pain. So when people say they have a pain in the head, we request them to heal the stomach, and immediately the pain becomes zero, right? In Sir's workshop, we have seen, we've also done that same. I've also done that for my boy. When the stomach issue is serious, heal the vagus nerve. Shweta, you want to say something, Shweta?
Actually, I had a question for you.
Yes, please.
Um, it was about healing the vagus nerve. So in the daily healing, there is a process for just healing your nervous system. Does it
Yes.
include the vagus nerve, or do we say healing for vagus nerve separately?
No, you can heal together with the vagus nerve. That means you can actually heal your backhead chakra, then your vagus
Mm-hmm.
nerve, and your stem cells. All that can be actually all done together.
Okay, so it's good to say vagus nerve distinctly.
Yes, yes,
I see.
distinctly.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Thank
vagus
you.
nerve. It's a nerve that we have not given much emphasis on. But vagus nerve is very, very important. There are people with sometimes they have to go for surgery and they have to actually, cut a little bit of their vagus nerve to connect to the gut
Oh,
and all.
wow. Mm,
Yeah, sometimes, because, yeah. So it's important that we heal our vagus nerve.
okay.
Chitra,
Thank you.
can I add a little bit about the Vegas now?
No, please.
So, yeah, Vegas now, like Chitra madam has told, connects is the only nerve that connects with every important organ in our body. And why the vagus nerve is not functioning well, either it can be because of too much acid in your blood system, or it could be too much of cortisol.
Hmm.
Cortisol releases when you are highly stressed. It can be because of your family issues, work related, or generally personal, emotional issues. So, cortisol hinders the vagus nerve function. So, every day, if you can heal your vagus nerve, indirectly all the organs are also connected, so you do a lot better, because the calming of the vagus nerve can calm your whole system and balance your whole system. It's the most important. Like when you're like Shweta madam just asked, when you're healing your nervous system, you are usually healing your autonomous nervous system and your central nervous system. Vagus nerve is a very different nerve which connects your brain to all the organs. All the other nerves have their different functions, but keeping the vagus nerve healthy and calm is the most important thing. So even if you get to heal your vagus nerve 2 to 3 times a day, basically it will calm you, and the cortisol, the stress that you are going through, will also be taken care of.
Wow.
Because when you
Thank
are
you. Yeah.
taking, yeah, when you are stressed out, there are so many chemicals released, you, like we just saw the video where there's hydrochloric acid in the stomach
for digestion of the food. But when you are stressed, there are so many different types of chemicals. Like you have fear, a different chemical releases. You have anger, a different chemical. So every emotion releases a different sort of chemical in our body, and these chemicals tend to get stuck somewhere, usually our joints. And people who are very emotional and not, they have too much of fear and all these things, you tend to see they have lot of joint pains and arthritis and things like that. Yes, diet is also one part, but other than that, yes, this. And one more thing I wanted to add was about the stomach lining that we were talking about, what was told in a little before this. The stomach lining is so amazing. Your body makes a new stomach lining every 5 days.
Wow.
So, but why is it that people are having acidity? Isn't it? This is one big question. If your body, like how your cells are being regenerated, your stomach lining also is being regenerated every 5 days. But what is happening when you are eating too much of highly acidic food? And see, now I'm working with one doctor who is, working along with him. We're doing some research where he's trying to find out what could be the real issue, why, scientifically, why autism happens. So he's come to some conclusions, and but see, as usual, because the pharma mafia is so big, he is unable to put his papers in the open. So there, that is where I have what he has found out was, the gut, which is so important, is formed when we are in the womb of the mother. If the mother's amniotic fluid is devoid of certain amount of bioenzymes, that is when the most of the autistic children have very weak gut. When the bioenzymes that are required to function in the gut are not proper, certain release of chemicals. This is a scientific explanation. Now, sir has a totally different this thing. Yes, but when we take PVH a little bit with science, your understanding will be much better. So that you will be, I'm just explaining this to you because we will have a wider, uh, knowledge about what can be healed in such cases. So these bioenzymes are being injected into autism children. The research is still going on to see how it works. And this doctor who has an autistic child uh, started doing this research, and he is helping people who have autistic children hereditary in their families. The mothers, to be mothers, can be given these bioenzymes during pregnancy and the amniotic fluid, and he is given 100% you know rate of success in what he's doing. So see, somewhere maybe this happens because every mother is not going to him somewhere. When I start thinking, no, but in PVH we are learning this, then I start thinking maybe there are people who have balanced their karmas. That is the reason they go to that doctor. Like how Dr. Manikantan in PVH, the moment the child is born, sends the picture to sir, and once he senses there are some souls, so he gets them healed. There are few people who are lucky enough, who have balanced their karmas, who need to break that cycle, who are come to break that karmic cycle in the family. Maybe such people get such help. So this uh, gut and the villi also, like many people have so many deficiencies of minerals or vitamins and all these things. But my take on this is, how much ever supplements you take, your body is not able to absorb those vitamins and minerals. So the more supplements that you are taking, you are putting a lot of pressure on the kidneys. First, heal from the root. Start people who have these deficiencies. Please heal your villi, because when you're eating refined food, what happens is it makes a lining on the villi where too much of fat and refined food together, they form a paste sort of thing, and your villi gets hidden. So there is no proper absorption of whatever you're taking. Even if you're taking supplements, your liver and your kidneys are having to throw them out, which you're burdening them a lot. So these things you keep in mind, your diet and what you heal, it makes a lot of difference. In PVH, the wand works wonders, and whether you have knowledge of anatomy or not, you give an instruction, it is healing. You don't People don't even know where the pancreas. Earlier classes, when sir used to ask where are your pancreas, people would not know about it. Now there is more knowledge because you have Google to search and do all these things. But anatomy is such one thing. When you are perfect with anatomy, you know the anatomy of the body, what to heal, why this is happening. When you learn physiology, then you know why this is not happening. So anatomy and physiology together can, whether you know any subject or not, I think every human being, every child, instead of buying them all books with love stories and things like that, you buy books that can teach them more about anatomy and physiology, because every human being needs to know their body very well. We are so lucky, PVH, and like in India, Rima madam, and there are some other teachers who are conducting, and Chitra madam from Singapore, she is conducting. We are getting to know so much, because otherwise we don't even know heal your digestive system. But when you're doing specific healing, what happens? The result is faster. So this is what I would listen. So your villi, your gut, people who have digestive issues, heal your gut as much as possible. Heal whatever bioenzymes are lacking in my gut. Heal that, support that. This I started doing from the time I have been with this person who's doing research. I started healing my nephew that way, and it is helping quite. It's not an easy task to heal autistic children. It takes a very long time, because you are fighting with the karma also, trying to neutralize that, which very easily happens with PVH. So I have started doing it, and I find quite a bit of improvement. Unfortunately, I cannot heal him as much I should be, maybe 5-6 times a day, because of my own responsibilities. But yeah, any people, anyone who have autistic children, you please guide them this way. That will give a lot of clarity to them. And these chemicals that are released because of our emotions and because of our thoughts, also we have to deal with. So burn, blaze away, and disintegrate when you're doing the negative emotions, negative thoughts, and whatever is stored. We are storing all this memory in our uh, body at some. So this is what we need to do, right? And yeah, further any questions come up, I can add more. Thank you, Chitra.
You, Nivedita. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That
Thank
was
you, thank you, thank.
Hello, Madam Nivita. Just
yeah.
now you are telling heal whatever memories that we have stored in the body.
Unwanted memories, unwanted memories.
Blaze away and burn
In
away.
the, yeah, unwanted memories blaze away and burn away.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very important. Negative emotions and stress have a direct impact on our digestive system,
done.
right?
Yeah.
Because the gut is where our emotion meets the digestion. So now the body is supposed to do the digesting the food. Now we throw in emotion. Now the body is thinking, hey, what do I do now? Do I digest the food or do I handle the stress that the person is going through? You know what I mean? So it's like you're giving dual role unnecessarily, and the body after a while doesn't know, it gets mixed and confused and all that. So remember, the digestive system is called our second brain, not for anything, right? Not for fun, right? There's a vast network again of nervous system, like what Madam Nivedita was saying. There's a lot of neurons that is actually connected to the walls of our gastrointestinal tract. Right? So with the brain. So this connection means that our thoughts and our emotions can directly affect our gut function,
Mhm.
right? So, every time burn and blaze away, later we're going to do that too. So, because when we get stressed, anxious, or even overwhelmed with fear, our body enters a state of fight or flight, right? And then unnecessary cortisol is actually produced, which we have seen before under the limbic system when we do, right? So in this mode, right, what will happen is it will actually start, the nervous system will start diverting the energy away from digestion to focus on the perceived danger. So this slows down the whole entire process of digestion, causing cramping, bloating, or even trigger conditions like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and all that. Because of too much of stress, the body is not able to cope, and with amount of food taken, it's not able to digest as well. Not able to do dual sometimes because of over stress that is thrown into the body, right? So negative thinking and unresolved emotions, it can cause tension and throw the balance of the gut bacteria, leading to inflammation and weakening of our immune system, which largely resides in the gut. So, Madam Nivedita said it in such a brilliantly beautiful way, right? So, over time, a mind dominated with stress and negativity can create chronic imbalance, right, in our digestive system. So only diet, sometimes no diet can fix that if we don't manage our stress and emotions. So it's not just about what we eat, but sometimes it's important what we think and feel while we eat and how we live, right? A peaceful mind supports a healthy gut, and happiness and joy and always showing gratitude allows the digestive system to function smoothly, right? So it's important. Just like one of the book that I was reading by this lady, by Candice Pert. We have it here. It was very interesting. It is by this lady. She talks about the molecules of emotions. So the book title is that, Molecules of Emotion, and actually it talks about the how the small protein molecules are actually released by the neurons in the brain and the nervous system. So the emotional messages are not just in your brain, but they are everywhere in your stomach, your heart, your skin, and even your immune system, right? So that is why we can feel emotions in your, sometimes you feel emotions in your stomach. You feel butterflies in your stomach when you are nervous. Like if you have to go up the stage and do a presentation, or do something, you feel a bit nervous the night before or even on the day itself, right? Because you got butterflies in your stomach. So your body remembers emotions even if your brain forgets, but the body will remember. So that is why the emotional stress can actually make you feel sick or tense. So these are receptors that actually, like, these keys fit into the special lock on your cells called receptors. So when the right lock, it sends the right messages, like I'm happy or I'm scared or I'm stressed. Immediately the gut and the brain will start reacting to each other. So our body and mind are always talking to each other. So taking care of our mental health, like stress and grief or joy, helps our body to heal and to stay healthy as well. So emotions are not just in our head. They are real, physical, and can be powerful sometimes if you do not manage them, right? So that's our gut and brain functioning. Mhm. Yeah, so that one I think we have already touched on that. So pH healing, so healing of the mouth and esophagus, do aura cleansing, ida pingala, read forgiveness for the bacteria as required. So heal and condition solar plexus and stomach, sometimes even mouth chakra because of the salivary gland. You need enzymes to actually start the digestion process moving. Some people have dry mouth, right? So then they don't have enough saliva, and it could be due to age or it could be due to certain conditions, so health conditions, so or certain medicine that could actually trigger that off. So it's good to heal the mouth chakra as well. Do bed yoga or chair yoga, especially the mouth, tongue, and facial exercises. When you do, it actually helps to ease the process as well. So heal your esophagus, heal the stomach first, touch the pain area at the esophagus and heal, right? And also to touch where the acid reflux is and all that. There's another one more thing here. Okay, I saw this. It's called autophagy roll. So it's a deep cleansing process. So one of these Japanese scientists actually found this. When the body is hungry, it begins a deep cleansing process. It literally eats itself, but in a good way, right? So this is called autophagy. So a natural sort of like mechanism where the body breaks down and removes the old and damaged dysfunctional cells, right? Including those linked to aging, cancer, Alzheimer's, and all that. So it starts eating itself, right? So in 2016, this doctor, Yoshinori, okay, won the Nobel Prize for discovering this mechanism called autophagy. So this study showed that the fasting promotes stem cells regeneration and cellular repair. So it is not bad to fast. So, if you're eating like one whole week of food, right? So one day of fasting is not going to kill your body. So one day of fasting, not eating anything, it actually helps your body to actually get better and all that. Because the body has enough fats to actually
That is
yes.
what
Sorry. Mute. All right. So there are things like this that you can actually fast, which will help the cell to repair. So research also shows that the cell metabolism, right? That when you do intermittent fasting or just normal fasting, like liver flush, before that you do water fast, right? And all that actually it reduces inflammation and also improves the brain function. And it's discovered in mice, right? So normally they do all this in mice to actually before they do it on humans. So sometimes not eating is exactly what the body needs to heal, right? Once in a while, the stomach needs a rest. the whole entire organs and the body needs a rest, because we have been putting food, like, keep on eating, 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 and the body is keep on digesting. It tired. So once in a while, without not eating, half a day fast or something, it actually does a lot of good, right? So there is one there. Okay, the gut and the brain. So our gut and the brain is a second, our gut is our second brain, right? So it consists of good bacteria and bad bacteria in our guts. It controls the signal of our first brain, including whatever that influences the food craving. So even though our mouth may drool, right? But the thing is the when we have good gut bacteria, it will actually send the right thoughts that we want to eat and all that. But if you have more bad bacteria in the gut, right, it will send cravings, food, unnecessary sugar cravings and unwanted food cravings, which will actually influences the brain to think that you need those food and all that. So they work intermittently.